this is Grapple Talk. Today we are going to talk about Grand Slam champions. But this one's going to be about WWE Grand Slam champions. So it's going to involve the one they established in '97, which consisted of the WWF, the either to the primary championships, either WWF, WWE, or the World Heavyweight one, either tag team championships they had at the time, WWF, or the World Tag Team, or WWE World or Raw World Tag Team. And then the second championship they needed was the Intercontinental, and then the third one they needed was European or Hardcore Championship. But this was only from 1997 till it was revised in the revised format in 2015. So it was between those times. So I'm going to start by basically just explaining what it is. The Grand Slam is an accomplishment recognised by multiple professional wrestling promotions in the United States and Japan. So it is a distinction given to a professional wrestler who has either won 4 specific championships with the promotion throughout their career, or all available championships. Promotions that recognise this include WWE since 1997, TNA Wrestling since 2009, ROH since 2018, and NGPW since 2021, and NWA since 2014, and All Elite Wrestling since 2025. No, so I said the wrong date for National Wrestling Alliance. That was actually 24, so 2024, not 2014. And then All Elite Wrestling from 2025. So the 4 titles that typically include 3 single championships, and one of them usually being a world title plus a tag team championship. So for WWE, because obviously this is one I'm going to do first, and I might get into TNA for a different video, mainly because I want to make a few shorter videos rather than just doing it all in one, because the ease. So yes, there's TNA, ROH, obviously WWE, which we're going to do in a minute because they have a women's one as well. So there's All Elite Wrestling, and then they have the US and independent promotions. So I kind of want to make it into like a playlist rather than do them all together. So obviously the US regional one's quite small, so I might put that in with the Japan one. When I do that, because the Japan one seems to be a bit smaller, but I don't know whether to put them all in together, so I might do. So what I might do actually is do WWE's Grand Slams as their own, because they have 3 different sections. Then I'm going to do a different video for TNA, ROH, and All Elite Wrestling going to be in one. Then I'm going to have the US independent scene in Japan as one, because then that will make it a bit more of a... So it's going to be 3 videos altogether, I believe, just so then it's not going to be too long on each video, but it's not going to be too short, kind of thing. So yeah, we're going to get into WWE. So in WWE, the term Grand Slam was originally used by Shawn Michaels to describe himself as upon winning the European Championship on the 20th of September 1997. Michaels previously held the WWF Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and the World Tag Team Championship, the titles that composed the Triple Crown. And in May of 2001, the promotion's website indicated that the Hardcore Championship was an acceptable substitute for the European Championship. In the Grand Slam, Kane, who had defeated Triple H for the Intercontinental Champion at Judgment Day on May of 2001, was acknowledged as a Grand Slam, as he had become the only superstar in the WWF history that held the Intercontinental Champion titles with the Hardcore, the Tag Team, and the WWF titles. And in April of 2006, Kurt Angle was noted to be a former Grand Slam winner on WWE.com. Having won the WWE Tag Team, Intercontinental, and European Championship, indicating that WWE considered the WWE Tag Team Championship to be an acceptable substitute for the World Tag Team Championship. And in August 2007, WWE Wrestling.com published an article listing Shawn Michaels' championship reigns that completed the Grand Slam. They include the WWE World Heavyweight, World Tag Team, Intercontinental, European Championship. The inclusion of the World Heavyweight Championship indicated that the WWE considered the title to be an acceptable substitute for the WWE Championship in completing the Grand Slam. And at ECW One Night Stand in June 2006, Rob Van Dam became the first superstar acquired by WWE after the purchase of WCW and ECW in 2001 to complete the Grand Slam when he defeated John Cena for the WWE Championship. Booker T became the second star acquired by the purchase to complete the Grand Slam when he defeated Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Great American Bash in 2006. Booker has held the World Tag Team, Intercontinental, Hardcore titles, and also in 2006, WWE revived the ECW Championship and established it as a third world title and in its promotion, but it was never considered as a world title. That was part of the Grand Slam eligibility. Following WrestleMania 31 in 2015, WWE, which 4 years earlier ended the brand extension and unified several titles before that, established that the updated version of Grand Slam consisting of four then active male titles in WWE, the WWE World, Intercontinental, the United States, and the WWE Tag Team Champions. 13 wrestlers have been recognised as Grand Slam winners under these new parameters, including 5 who were already recognised as Grand Slam winners under the original guidelines. The brand extension was re-established in 2016, and the WWE indicated that 2 new championships had been introduced: the Universal Championship, that would be retired in 2024, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions would count as acceptable substitutes for their counterpart titles, the WWE Championship and WWE Tag Team, now World Tag Team, respectively, as Grand Slam. So Chris Jericho completed the original format the fastest, completing it in 728 days between December 1999 and December 2001, while Kurt Angle completed the modern format the fastest in 966 days between February 2000 and October 2002. And on February 21st, 2021, WWE acknowledged The Miz as the first wrestler to complete the Grand Slam twice under the revised 2015 format after winning his second WWE Championship. Seth Rollins would become the second long-time Grand Slam champion by winning the WWE United States Championship for the second time in October 2022. And in May 2023, WWE added another World Championship with a new version of the World Heavyweight Championship. It is unclear if this title will be added as an acceptable substitute for the Grand Slam. So, going on to the list of the WWE Grand Slam winners. So, as of October 6th, 2025, there has been 22 individual Grand Slam champions. 17 wrestlers have only achieved it once, 7 under the original format, 10 under the modern format, while 5 have achieved the Grand Slam under both formats, 3 of whom automatically became the modern Grand Slam champions at the induction of the modern format, with the same titles they won while becoming original Grand Slam champions, and 2 who became modern Grand Slam champions after the modern format was introduced, with different titles won compete for both. With different titles won to complete both formats. So yeah, we're going to get into the list now. So we're going to start with the original format because some of them aren't actually on the other format. So I don't know if... So yeah, I'll have a look at both of them and then say which ones are in both and which ones aren't in both. Because there are some though where they're not. And then we're going to get into the women's as well. And I'll explain to you which ones are which for that one. Right, so the first person for the original format was Shawn Michaels. So he had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the ones that were needed for the original format. So he won for the primary championships. He won the WWF and the WWE one championship, the World Heavyweight Championship. For the tag team championships, he won both the WWF World Tag Team titles and the WWE Raw and World Tag Team titles. And then the second championship, he won the Intercontinental Championship. And then the third title championships, he won the European. So in '96, he won the WWF World, and then in 2002, he won the World Heavyweight Championship. '94 with Diesel, he won the tag team, and then 2009, he won the other World Tag Team Championships. In '92, which was his first championship to put him on the list that he'd won, is now the Intercontinental, and the one that made him the Grand Slam champion, first ever Grand Slam champion in WWE, was the European in '97. So then, yeah, so I believe Shawn Michaels isn't in the modern version. Let's just have a look. So Shawn Michaels isn't classed as a modern day Grand Slam champion, from what it looks like. Yeah, because he hasn't won the United States Championship. So you need both of those for the modern format. So he's only classed as the original format. He would be a Grand Slam, but he's not in the modern format. So now we're going to go into the next guy. Yeah, so I think obviously you can see what I'm doing, so I'm just going to type in who it is. So yeah, you'll know who it is by me searching it. As you can see, it's Triple H. So yes, so Triple H has been one. Yeah, so you saw me search it. Obviously, didn't pause, but usually I do pause in between searching because it looks better on screen. But yeah, you just saw me search up the next one, which is Triple H. So he won the primary championship WWF/WWE in '99, August 23rd. The world heavyweight in 2002, September 2nd. He won the tag team championship, the WWF/World Tag Team Championship in 2001. That one actually made him the Grand Slam champion. And then he won the other tag team championship in 2009 with Shawn Michaels. He won the Intercontinental Championship in '96, and then he won the European one in '97. I think his first one was also the Intercontinental Championship in '96, and then his last one that made him the Grand Slam is obviously the tag teams with Steve Austin. So we're going to the next one this time. I will actually pause it because I don't want to keep on searching it and then you just get distracted by what's on this screen, basically, because Alright, so obviously you see the next one's magically come up on the screen. You didn't see me search it, so I'll class this as magic. But yeah, the next one is Kane. So we're going to talk about which championships he's got in a second. Let me just get rid of some of these tabs on my screen. Yeah, so Kane's the next one. So he won the WWF Championship in '98, the World Heavyweight in 2010, when he didn't have the mask and he was the bold bastard, the one with the two different colour eyes. His era where he wasn't as good in that era, I think, but yeah, in 2010 when he was without the mask. And then he won the Tag Team Champions with Mankind in '98. And then he won the other Tag Team Championship with Big Show in 2011. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that tag team. If you put down below if you liked the Big Show with Kane, I personally prefer the Brothers Destruction. And if you hear my cat meowing in the background, just ignore her. She's being a bit of a twat today. She's already had some food and she wants some more, and now the dog's chasing her. They do this every single time I'm trying to do a video, but yeah. So yeah, you just put down and below if you liked the Big Show with Kane. I personally wasn't a big fan. I think they were good. Just trying to be a bit like, the Bros Destruction didn't really work. But yeah, then Kane won the Intercontinental Championship in 2001, and then he won the Hardcore Championship in 2001 of April. Right, so now I'm going to get into the next one, and this one's going to magically appear on the screen like Kane did. So just give me a minute. You can still see, yeah, you might see Harry Kane. I don't mean him, this right here. Not that Kane, this Kane, not him. So yeah, the next one's going to magically come on the screen. See, he's magically on the screen now. Here he is. The next one is Chris Jericho. Sometimes you might see me go off and go off the picture that I've put on the screen. That's just me going to search for the next picture that I'm going to put up. But yeah, this one's not going to be like history. This one's going to be a bit more fun. So you might have a bit of jokes about me searching up pictures of these people. Mainly because I don't want you looking at the logo. That's the main reason why I've done it. But yeah, let's get into which championships Chris Jericho had won to make him a Grand Slam champion. So he won in 2001, December the 9th, he won the WWF Championship. In 2008, he won the World Heavyweight Championship. And then in 2001, he won the Tag Team Championship, the WWF Tag Team, with Chris Benoit. And then he won the WWF, the WWE Raw World Tag Team Championship, which one you ever like to call it, in 2009 with Edge. Then he won the Intercontinental in December 99, which he's actually held, I think, yeah, he holds the most reigns of that belt as well, the Intercontinental. Then he won the that one. Yeah, so he won the European one as well on April 2nd, 2000, and then he won the Hardcore in 2001. So the first one he won would have been the first one he won would have been the European in 2000. No, the Intercontinental in 99 actually, and then the European one in 2000. Yeah, so this one, obviously the original is going to be a bit different because you can have either the European or Hardcores, when the other one you need both the secondary titles to become a Grand Slam. So yeah, and then the World Championship is the one that made him be the WWF one. Actually, was the one that made him the Grand Slam champion. So now we're going to get to the next one, and he's magically going to be coming on the screen, and this time you're not going to see me click off. So, because I need to start remembering not to pause the recording so you don't see me click on and off. But this guy right here is going to go, and then you're going to see the next one. Right, so the next one, as you can see, is Kurt Angle, an Olympian that he never let up, which I think is quite a big achievement, though. But I mean, he wasn't an Olympian at the time, but he had to go on a bit about it, didn't he? But yeah, so we're going to go into his primary championships, which he won the WWF one in 2000. And then the World Heavyweight in 2006. He won the only one tag team championship he won, the WWE/Raw/World Tag Team Championship in 2002 with Chris Benoit. And then he won the Intercontinental in 2000, the European in February the 8th, 2000. So he won that one before he won the Intercontinental Championship one. So he won the Intercontinental Championship on the 27th of February 2000. And then he also won the Hardcore in 2001. So yeah, his first championship was the European Championship, but on the Grand Slam. And then the one that made him the Grand Slam was the Tag Team Championship he had with Chris Benoit. So yeah. So This one's going to be a bit longer than I thought it was going to be because you got to do another one and then you got the women's as one. So that's why it's going to be its own championship, mainly because of that. Right, so looking on to the next one. So this guy's going to be going boop on his nose. Here we go. And then we're going to get into the next one. Right, so yeah, so this next one is. I think this next one's in both. Yeah, Kurt Angle's in both as well. I think Chris Jericho is too. But yeah, we're going to get on to the next one. Right, so he's obviously he saw me go off, but he's magically here. So this one's Eddie Guerrero. So I think Eddie Guerrero's in both. From what he's won, so is Kurt Angle. So we're going to get into what he has won on the original format. So he won the WWF Championship in 2004, which made him a Grand Slam champion. And then he won the WWE/Raw/World Tag Team Championship in November of 2002 with Chavo Guerrero Jr., his nephew. And then he won the Intercontinental Championship in 2000 on September 4th. And then April 3rd, he won the European Championship. So his first championship he had won to be put on it was April 30,000 with the European, and then the one that made him the Grand Slam champion, is the WWF Championship, which he won in 2004. So yeah, he's also from that. He's also in the other one as well because was he? Oh yeah, yes, because he won a United States Championship. That makes sense. Yeah. Right, so we're gonna get into the next guy, which I will go into the last championship this next guy won to make him a Grand Slam champion because it was a big deal at the time. And obviously this one where Eddie won the championship was quite big. Was it this one? He died in 2006? 2005, no, yeah. So he won this one. I don't know if this is the reign he won where he did the celebration with Chris Benoit or not. I don't know if it's that one or the one he won. Because he's had a couple, so I don't know if that one would be the one. I think so. I believe it is because he won one from JBL. In my brain, the timeline of when he would have won it is a bit messed up because I would have been like 2. So the timeline of when this guy won it, Eddie Guerrero, is messing my brain a bit. And plus, I'm tired and I'm sick. So my brain isn't really working. But yeah, I want to say it was that one that made him the Grand Slam, but I don't know if it is or not. So don't count me on that. To quote me on that, I mean, because I'm not entirely sure. My brain is not functioning enough to tell you if it is. So, yeah. Getting into the next guy, but I will tell you about which match this guy won his one that made it the Grand Slam. So let's get him up. So bye bye Eddie, and we get on to the next one. Obviously, you can see the next guy is Ron Van Dam. And obviously, you can see here this is him holding both the original ECW belt, not the shitty one they did for the reboot. Because my god, that was an ugly belt. Yeah, I'll get into belts actually in another video after I've done the Grand Slams of all the ones that consider Grand Slams, in the different videos. But yeah, I'll get onto my the versions of which belts I like basically because I've only done one history of the Intercontinental belt, but I might actually get into the history of this one as long as other people don't comment on it saying I don't like. By people have such strong opinions of whether they started out at mate. I won't go into detail about one of the comments, but I'll pause here just go for a comment on my history of WCW about the opinions of when it started. But I'm like, mate, I searched it up. Okay, WCW from Ted Turner, it said it existed from 88. I'm not going to argue about my research and what I found on when I did the research, because I've researched it and that is what it said. You can believe that it started and say these promotions using a TV show called with the same name is a TV show. When they did it, it is not the promotion. There's two different things. It is a TV show under that name, and then Ted Turner bought it and made it his own promotion. So, but I'm not going to argue with that person. I'm just going to say, yes, in a sense, it did exist before 88 as a part of the NWA. It wasn't completely its own promotion at the time, but it could be considered its own promotion. But I'm not going to argue about it because everyone has their own opinions of what happened, what things were, and all that lot. You can have your opinion if you believe 488, but I think I agree with him in the sense it was its own kind of promotion in a sense because it was its own television show. But they didn't have their own proper roster. They had rosters from different promotions. They didn't kind of thing, a bit like what WWE's doing now with NXT. They're getting people from TNA, kind of thing. But that's just what I wanted to just say. I've had that comment about on my last video, and I'm just gonna say, okay, I get it. It can be seen as a different promotion, its own promotion before 88 because it had backing from other promotions and using other promotions' assets. But when Ted Turner bought it, people came over when it started to get bigger, and it had its own talent and its own championship, kind of thing. But I get his point of view, and I get that he believes that it was. But I'm just going from what I researched. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I'm not going to say he's right. I'm just saying from what I researched, WCW started in '88. I just wanted to comment on that comment I got before I went further into this one, because I don't want to not acknowledge comments. Really, I like the comment. I'll get his point of view. But I'm not going to really argue on it because that's not this pointless arguing about stuff, isn't it? Really. I just did a video on what I researched and put it on the internet. I'm not here to argue with other people who like wrestling. I want to like wrestling and have other people like wrestling. I don't want to argue which is better. Did this happen? Didn't it not happen? Is this conspiracy theory? I don't give a shit, mate. I just want to like wrestling. That's all I want to do. So thought I'd comment on his comment. I just want people to like wrestling. You can have your opinions on who you like, who you don't like, or if company started before it actually did. I don't care really. I just did a video on history. Like I'm going to do this. This is just a short. Well, not going to be a short video, but it's going to be a video about Grand Slam champions of WWE. I might say if someone else becomes a Grand Slam champion after I make this video, you can comment if that happens, because I might not necessarily. But yeah, I just want everybody to not write massive paragraphs on comments, comment massive paragraphs on stuff when I'm like, do you think I didn't do research on it? Kind of thing. Like, I won't put a video out there on history and then just say, oh yeah, it started in 88 without the research because it's history. I'm not going to put my opinion in there and say it's started in 88 and that's in my opinion, because it's what I researched. It's not my opinion, it's what came up when I searched, did my little thing, did my little tappy on my keyboard. It might have started before then, but when I look at it, when I did my stuff and all that lot, he said existed from 88. I'm just doing what I see. But yeah, you can put comments in, you can say what you want really, but if I'm doing a history video, I've done research for it. I'm not just going to throw my opinion in there unless it's like While I'm doing this one, I've said I don't like this design. You know what I mean? That's the only opinion I'll say. I won't go, well, he shouldn't be a Grand Slam champion, because it's not. It's fact. I'm doing fact videos. There'll be top 10 videos of my favourite things probably eventually, but it'll be my opinion, not yours. You can write down your opinions if you want. But right, let's get back into what I was doing. A little rant over about comments. But yeah, we're going to go back into it before I start ranting again. So where was we? Oh yeah, so Rob Van Dam, yeah. So I chose this photo because he's got both of these in. So once I've told you what he's won to become the Grand Slam champion, I'll explain why I chose this photo for it. So he won the June the 11th, 2006. He won the WWE Championship. Because obviously by then they had changed their name. Then he got the tag team champion. He got both tag team champions you needed. Well, either one you needed, but you got both of them. First one he got with Kane in 2003, and then in 2004 with Rey Mysterio, he got the WWE/World Tag Team Champion. Then he got the Intercontinental Championship in 2002 on March 17th, and then he became European Championship in July 22nd, 2002. Then Hardcore Champion he became in 2001. So the first one he had was the Hardcore Championship he won, was the first one he won. And then the one that made him the Grand Slam was the WWE Championship. Now, that's the one I want to say, because it was a specific moment. He was the ECW champion at the time, and this was at the ECW One Night Stand 2006, and then he won that one from John Cena. So that's why I've chosen this video. It's mainly for that last one that he had won. Because that was a big significant moment. I didn't watch it because I was like 3. I was 4, so I didn't watch it. I wouldn't understand what was going on anyway, but I did watch the reruns of that match, and I do believe it was good. In my opinion, I thought it was a good match, and I thought it was a very significant moment. If you have a different opinion, put it down. Do what you like. Comments are there for a reason. But if you want like a certain video, I'll schedule it in after I've done these ones. Might do another one tomorrow of this one for the TNA AEW kind of ones, okay? But yeah, or you message me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, one of those, about what you want next. But yeah, just write down your opinions, okay? They don't have to be. You can disagree with me. I don't give one. If you disagree with me, that's the fun of it. We can have grown up discussions about it. But yeah, Rob Van Dam. That's why I chose that photo, because that's when he had both of them. Obviously, he gave that one up, but that I'm going to talk about. Actually, I don't know. No, I like this one. It was the other one I didn't like. The one that was on the rebrand, the big silver thing that looks like it's tin. Right, but yeah. This has gone a bit long because that rant. But yeah, we're going to go on to the next one. So, Rob Van Dam is going to be off the screen, and then the next guy's going to be on the screen. And then we're going to talk about him. This one's going to be a very long video, I think, for this. It's just I keep rambling. But yeah, we're going to go to the next one. Right, so as you can see, the next one is Bradshaw, or John Bradshaw Layfield. Yeah, so he's I've missed a couple out actually, but I'll do them next. Yeah, so John Bradshaw Layfield. I think he became after the two that I'm going to do after him. He became after those. So I was doing them order. I've accidentally got out of order. Deal with it, guys. But yeah, John Bradshaw Layfield. He won the WWE Championship in 2004. The WWE Tag Team in 99 with Farouk. He won, which was this, Intercontinental in 2009. That one actually made him the Grand Slam champion. He was European champion in 2001, and then he was a Hardcore champion in 2002. Right. So his first championship he won was with Farouk, the tag team champions in '99, and the one that made him Grand Slam was the Intercontinental in 2009. Right, so now we're going to go on to a different one, Boa Layfield. Right, so as you can see, this one actually he became Grand Slam after Rob Van Dam, so I did go a bit about order there. As you can see, this is when he was King Booker. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. Ignore my bad thing there. Ignore that. So he was World Heavyweight Champion. He won in 2006. That was the one that made him Grand Slam champion. Then he became the tag team, the WWF or World Tag Team Champion 2001 with Test. Who remembers Test? Right, comment down below if you remember Test. Because I do remember him, and I remember the angle where he was going to marry Stephanie, and then Triple H drugged her. Just comment how you remember him, and if you remember the same as me, give this video a like. But let's get back into it. So, and then he won the Intercontinental Championship in 2003, and then he won the European in. Won the right one? No, he didn't win the European. He won the Hardcore in 2002. So yeah, the first one he won was for the Grand Slam was 2001 with Test, and then the one that made Grand Slam was the World Championship in 2006. Now the next one we do, he's on both because he did win the United States champion, but not Booker. But the next one does. So yeah, we'll go on to that one now. Right, so as you can see, it's Jeff Hardy. I don't know if I like his hair like that. Yeah. Right. So yeah. Jeff Hardy's on both. So this one, if we can start, he won the WWF Championship in 2008. That one made him the Grand Slam champion. He won the World Heavyweight in 2009. He won the World WWF Tag Team Championship, or the World Tag Team Champions in. Ignore that pause. It's because my neighbour came out. Oh, now it's gone off what I was doing. Right, so yeah, he won 2017. He won the Tag Team Championships with Matt Hardy once again, and in '99 he won it as well. The other Tag Team Championship, and in 2001 he won the Intercontinental Championship, and then he won the European in 2002, and then the Hardcore in 2001. He actually won all of them. A bit like Chris Jericho did as well. But yeah, the earliest one he won was in '99 with Matt Hardy, the Tag Team Championships, and then the one that made him the Grand Slam was in 2008, the WWE one championship. So the next one we're gonna do, next one, yes, this next one's a bit surprising because even I didn't know that Christian is the next one. Even I didn't know he had won the Grand Slam. To be honest, it was no. I know he won the World Championship quite late. I didn't know he had. I know he won the Intercontinental Champion one, but I didn't know he won the others. I know he won a tag team, and I know he won a world title. But we'll get on to that. So this is the next guy we're going to be talking about, Christian. So Christian became WWE World Heavyweight Champion in 2011. Now that is later than I thought because I thought it was the year before. But then I remember that Edge retired when he won it. So, yeah, that would have been 2011. But yeah, so comment down below if you would like, or if you just generally want to pop me or comment on something, whether on any of my social media that I've got for this channel. Comment if you like Christian. Okay, because I might do a poll on Christian's looks. But yeah, just comment below if you like Christian because I think he's a good in-ring worker. to be honest. But yeah, he won the World Champion in 2011. That one made him the Grand Slam. He won the Tag Team Championship with Edge in 2000. And then he won the Intercontinental in 2001, the European in 2001, and then the Hardcore in 2002. So the first one he won was the tag team with Edge, the tag team titles with Edge, and then the one that made him Grand Slam, World title in 2011, which is shown in here. This is when he became the Grand Slam champion, in the original format. So we're going to go on to the next one. Right, so this next one's Big Show in the original format. He's also been the next one as well. So if this is how long each one's going to be, I think the WWE might be a longer video for this one because we've got women's to do. But yeah, I think I might actually. No, I might do. Yeah, I'm just going to do 3 videos on each one. But yeah, so Big Show's the last one on this original format. Then we're going to get into the established in 2015 one, the revised one. But yeah, Big Show, he won the WWE Championship in '99, the World Championship in 2011, so WWE '99, World in 2011, Tag Team Champion with the Undertaker in '99. Then he did the other Tag Team Championship in 2009 with Chris Jericho. He became Intercontinental Champion in 2012, which made him a Grand Slam champion, and then he was Hardcore Champion in 2001. Now, I've forgotten that he had become a Grand Slam champion, to be honest, because I knew he had the WWE one quite early on in his WWE career. And he had the World Championship quite late in his career with WWE. Obviously he's in AEW now. I think he still is. I believe he is. I don't think he does much because obviously he's getting on a bit. But yeah, 2012, the Intercontinental Championship is the one that made him the Grand Slam champion. Right, so now we're going to get to the other ones, the ones that were revived in 2015. So this one's a bit different. So basically, all they've done really is just change the formatting. So you need either the WWF/WWE or the Universal, which now would be classed as, I think, the World. So basically, well, I don't know if that one will class at the moment. It might change, so this video might not count on this one because they might change it again. Either the Tag Team Championships and both of the secondary titles, the Intercontinental and the United States. That's the only thing that's changed. And it only counts the United Championship that happened in WWE, so not WCW, because that's where they got it from. So only WWE United States champions, not before then. Not the lineage that took place before they bought out WCW, basically. Yeah, so we're going to get into that one now. So we're going to start all over again, basically, with some people. So if you hear me saying the same people again, or the same people appear on screen, that's because they're in both. Okay, so I'm not just putting them in again for some random reason, No, but it is just because they're in both, not just one. Some might not appear again because they didn't win the United States champion, basically. That's all. Right, as you can see, Kurt Angle is back. This time with hair. I decided to switch the photo up and put him with hair. We can't have boring photos, keep redoing it, So this time, Kurt Angle, this time, he did win the United States champion, so we're going to go into it. So for this one, Rise Championship, the Rise format, it's just got the United States champion and the Continental Championship. No hardcore, no European, and you need both of them. That's the only difference. So Kurt Angle won the WWE Championship in 2000, and won the Tag Team Championship in the WWE/World Championship in 2002 with Chris Jericho, which you've already mentioned. Intercontinental Champion in 2000 and United States Champion in 2001. So yeah, October 2000, first championship in the new revised one, and the one that made him the Grand Slam champion in this version was the one with Chris Benoit, where he won the tag team. So now the next one's also been in the previous one. So we're going to zap through this one because this is a long video. Jesus, that ranting did not do me any good in this video. Right. Okay, let's go on to the next dude, shall we? So bye to Kurt Angle. We go. As you see, Eddie Guerrero, different photo again. Right, so he won the WWE Championship in 2004, Tag Team Championship in 2002 with Charles Guerrero Jr., Intercontinental Champion in 2000, and the United States in 2003. Obviously, the WWE Championship made him the Grand Slam in this version of it. And his first championship to put him on this one is the Intercontinental Championship in 2000. So we're going to get into the next one. This one's going to be dead quick through this one, and then we've got the women's, because this video is going to be a bit longer than I wanted it to be. So yeah, let's get into this next one. Right, so this next one is Edge, WWE Champion in 2006, Tag Team Champion in 2002 with Rey Mysterio, Intercontinental Champion in 99, United States in 2001. So his first championship to put him on this modern one is the Intercontinental 99. The one that made him the Grand Slam champion is his WWE Championship in 2006. So now I'm going into the next dude, which I've already done, literally like 3 entries ago. And he's back, Big Show. This time with the bigger beard. Right, so WWE in 99. And then he's Tag Team Champion in 2009 with Chris Jericho. Intercontinental in 2012. And then the United States in 2003. His first championship to put him on this list is 99 with the WWE Championship. Then the one that made him the Grand Slam was the Intercontinental in 2012. Now we're going to get on to the next one. Right, this one hasn't been on, but he's in this one. How many more have we got on here? Let's just count how many we've got until we get the end of this and get to the women's one. We've got 13 more to get through, so I'm going to have to speed run this because I want to get some food in me and watch a bit of TV after I've. So after this video, I'm going to watch a bit of TV, eat, and just wait for this to upload basically. But we've got 13 more of the men's, and then we've got quite a lot of the women to do. No, actually, there's not many women. Should be okay. But yeah, this one's going to be longer than I thought it would because I had to have a bit of a rant. So we're going to get into the next one. Right, so as you can see, The Miz is the next guy. So he was WWE Champion in 2010, Tag Team Champion with John Morrison in 2007, and then he was also Tag Team Champion with Shane McMahon in 2019, Intercontinental Champion in 2012, and United States Champion in 2009. So the Intercontinental Championship he won in 2012 was the one that put him as Grand Slam, and then his first championship with John Morrison's Tag Team Champions put him on the map basically is the start of his journey to that. Right, so we're going to get into the next one. This next one is Jesus. So next one's going to be Daniel Bryan. So he obviously everyone loves Daniel Bryan. So yeah, let's get into that. Right, so the next one, as you can see, is Daniel Bryan. So he won the WWE Championship in 2013, Tag Team Champion with Kane in 2012, another Tag Team with Rowan in 2019, Intercontinental Champion in 2015, and then he was also United States Champion in 2010, which was his first championship in WWE. And then his Intercontinental Champion in 2015 made him a Grand Slam champion. So we're going to next get into Chris Jericho, who was in the previous one as well. Right, so Chris Jericho again, WWE Champion 2001, Tag Team Champion in 2009 with Edge, Intercontinental Champion in 99, and then United States Champion in 2017, which you see there. I think this was when he was with Kevin Owens, but I don't know if he won before that. He could have. As I've said before, my timeline in my head right now is shit. So if a child is watching this, sorry for the swearing. But yeah, I don't know the timeline in my head very well. But this is so Chris Jericho. First one here was in '99, and that was the Intercontinental. And then the one that made him Grand Slam in this version is the 2017 United States Championship. So now we're going to get into Dean Ambrose. Right, so Dean Ambrose won the WWE Champion in 2016, Tag Team Champion in 2017 with Seth Rollins, which made him the Grand Slam, Intercontinental Champion in 2015, and United States in 2013. So his first championship was in 2013 the United States Championship when he was in the Shield, and the one that made him the Grand Slam was the one with Seth Rollins when he won the Tag Team Championship. So the next one we're going to get into is Roman Reigns. Right, so Roman Reigns was WWE Champion in 2015, Universal in 2018, Tag Team Champion with Seth Rollins in 2013, Intercontinental in 2017, United States in 2016. So the Intercontinental Championship he won in 2017 made him a Grand Slam champion. So let's get into the next one, which is Randy Orton. So Randy Orton won the WWE Championship in 2007, Tag Team Champion 21 with Riddle, and then he was Tag Team Champion 2016 with Wyatt and Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, Intercontinental Champion in 2003, and then United States in 2018. So his first championship was 2003 with the Intercontinental Champion, and the one that made him the Grand Slam champion was the United States Championship in 2018. So the next one we're going to get into is Seth Rollins. So let's get into that. Right, so Seth Rollins won the World WWE Champion in 2015, Universal in 2019, Tag Team in 2013 with Roman Reigns, Intercontinental in 2018, and the United States in 2015. So his first championship was 2013 with Roman Reigns, and the one that made him Grand Slam was the Intercontinental in 2018. So we're going to get into the next one because I need to kind of hurry up now a bit on this one because some of them have already been said. And I need to get into the women's, and that one isn't as long, but I don't want to go really above an hour and 15 if I can help it. So we're going to get into the next one. Yeah, so Jeff Hardy's back again. This is because he did win the United States Championship this time. So he was WWE Champion in 2008, Tag Team Champion in 2017 with Matt Hardy, and then again with Matt Hardy in 2019. 2001 for the Intercontinental Champion, and then the one that made him the Grand Slam, United States Championship in 2018 when he won it. So that one made him, and his first championship on this version is the Intercontinental Champion in 2001. So this is the next dude we're going to talk about. His wins the Kofi Kingston. So in 2019 he won the WWE Champion. That one made him the Grand Slam. He won Tag Team with Evan Bourne in 2011. Then Big E and Xavier once he won the other one in 2017. In 2008 he won the Intercontinental Champion, and then in 2009 he won the United States Champion, like in this photo here. So his first one he won was the Intercontinental in 2008, and then the one that made him the Grand Slam was his WWE Championship win against Brock Lesnar. No, not Brock Lesnar. Who did he win? He won against one. I can't remember who, though, off the top of my head. If you remember, comment. If you remember who he won against. Because I know we lost against Brock Lesnar in that squash match. I think it's my... Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But comment below who he won against for that championship. So the next one we're talking about is Rey Mysterio. If I talk a bit quick, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get this finished. Like, these last few finish before against the women's one, because that's got a bit I need to talk about beforehand. So 2011 he won the WWE Championship, 2002 Tag Team Championship with Edge, 2021 with his son Dominic Mysterio, the other WWE in the Tag Team Championship I think it was at the time, if not it's SmackDown one. 2009 Intercontinental Champion, a United States Championship in 2019. That one made him the Grand Slam champion that he is. So now the next one is AJ Styles. So AJ Styles, let's get into him. So the WWE Championship was won in 2016. Then in 2021, that made him the Grand Slam champion with Omos, was the Tag Team Championship. June 8th, 2020, he won the Intercontinental. And then July 7th to 17, he won the United States Championship. So the next two, so this next one is Kevin Owens I'm going to talk about. So yeah, Kevin Owens, he won the Universal Championship in 2016. In 23, he won both the championships with Sami Zayn. I think that's when they had both, I believe. And then in 2015, he won the Intercontinental Championship, and in 2017, he won the United States Championship. But that bout holding up, I think both of them, Sami Zayn, 2023, made him the Grand Slam champion. So the next one, for this is the last one of the men, is Finn Balor. Right, so we're going to go into this one. Finn Balor, before the Americans come over and start having a go at me, see Balor, it's Balor. I believe it is Balor. He might say it different because he's Irish. So you might be wrong, but I'm saying how I say it because I am an English person is Balor or Baylor or Balor. So I say Balor, but I think it actually could be not Baylor, but a lot of Americans say Baylor, but I think it's probably Balor, not Baylor or Balor. Because I say Balor, Finn Balor. But I don't know if that's just my brain making me say that. But I say Balor. I don't believe it's Balor, but I say Balor. It could be Baylor. Actually, while I'm on screen record, I might actually just check because I don't want to say it wrong and then get flipping moaned at by people watching. So you can see me searching it. Okay, get over it. I need to do this, but English translate. So you can see me typing it in, so don't start flipping moaning because I know there's going to be somebody who's going to moan because I'm on screen record so you can see it. But I just want to check to see how you say your second name because I don't want to get like someone getting pissed off with it. Shit, I don't know. I can't hear it. Let me just see. Yeah, so I should be able to hear it. Beep at me.
Baylor.
Okay, so
Baylor.
I can see it. Told you. Yeah. So let's just see because it's different.
Baylor.
Baylor.
That's
Baylor. That fucking accent's shite, man. But yeah, let's see how the Americans say. Because I don't know. I say Balor because I don't know if that's just me, but he's Irish, so I don't. If you hear people in the background, that's my next door neighbour coming home. But yeah, yeah, I didn't want to like say it wrong, so I thought I'd check on screen so people see that I checked. Because I've had enough of people saying like just because some people don't believe you, do they? But yeah, it is. I was saying it wrong, so it was me.
Baylor.
It's Baylor. So I was saying it a bit wrong because I said Balor, but that's just me being a twat. So yeah, it's Baylor, it's not Balor. Like I was saying it, you might. Okay, I was saying it wrong. I admit that now. But yeah, I thought I'd do it on the flipping video, just in case someone in the comment goes, "Oh, you said Baylor wrong." So it's Finn Baylor. Okay, I've said it wrong and I proved it, so people don't comment it. Because I know what people are like on the internet. Just pick on something. It's just the way I speak, so I say Balor. But yeah, it's Baylor. Yeah. Right, so August 16, he was Universal Championship champion. Then he won both tag teams. Sorry guys, but I was just a flipping phone call right in the middle of that. So yeah, so he won both tag teams in 23 Damien Priest, then Intercontinental Champion in 19, and then in 2022 he won the United States Championship. So the tag team championships he won with Priest were the ones that made him a Grand Slam champion. But yeah. So I will put my hands up to saying his name wrong. But I thought, check before someone comments it because some people just like being keyboard warriors and fucking saying you said this wrong, you said that wrong. But yeah, we're going to now talk about the women. So, got legs up. Right, so if you hear any sniffing, that's my dog. Say hello. That is my dog. Sleepy. Again. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, we're going to talk about the women. So basically, so in May of 2019, Bayley announced WWE's first ever women's Grand Slam champion. So in 2019 it started, and then in 2014 WWE introduced two women's secondary titles for the main roster. But we don't know if like it hasn't been revealed how these will be handled regards to women's Grand Slam. So when this comes out, it might be wrong of what I've said because they might not count some people. So like Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. They won't be, or they won't be classed. If they do it the same way as the men's, Becky Lynch won't be classed either. But if they do it, you can have either of them, of the secondary titles for the women. Becky Lynch will be the only Grand Slam at the moment. Sasha Banks wouldn't know if she comes back. Charlotte probably won't because I think she's trying to take a step back. But yeah, we're going to get into the people who are Grand Slam champions that are women. So yeah, so it's just the women's WWE Women's, World Women's, NXT and tag teams, and then we don't know what they're going to do with the secondary titles. They might add them in, so don't hold me on that though. So Bayley was women's champion, and so yes, the world singles championship. All three of them are needed for this. You can't just have one of them. You have to have all three of them. So and the tag team. So Bayley won the the WWE Women's on 2017. 2019 won the World's Women's. NXT won it. She won the NXT in 2015. Won the tag team with Sasha Banks in 2019. So now we're going to get on to the next one. So NXT. So Asuka with WWE Women's in 2020. World's Women's in 2018, NXT in 2016, and then tag team Kairi Sane in 2019. So now we're going to get on to Sasha Banks, or now known as Mercedes Moné. Yeah, I don't think she's going to become. If they do what the other ones, half of these going to go down. It's going to go down depending on how they're going to do the secondary titles. I think if they do, you can have either of them. Becky Lynch is only going to be left one on that. So I'm into Sasha Banks. 2016 WWE Women's, World Women's 2020, NXT 2015, and then 2019 tag teams with Bayley. Now we're getting into Charlotte Flair. Right, so Charlotte won the Women's, WWE Women's in 2016, the World Women's in 2017, NXT in 2014, and the tag team with Asuka in 2020, which made her Grand Slam champion. Now we're going to get on to Rhea Ripley. Right, so Rhea Ripley, WWE Women's in 2021, SmackDown Women's in 2023, NXT in 2019, and Tag Team in 2021 with Nikki Ash. We're going to go to the next one, which is Becky Lynch. Alright, so for Becky Lynch, she won the WWE Women's in 21, the World Women's in 23, NXT in 2019. In 2020. No, I was reading Rhea Ripley there. No, Becky Lynch is 2019 for the women's WWE Women's. World Women's 2016. NXT 2023, and then Tag Team 2023 with Lita. But yeah, she's the only one currently out of those ones I've just read out so far to have the Intercontinental Championship. But the next one we're going to do is Io Sky. So Io Sky won the women's WWE Women's in 23, won the World Women's in 25, NXT in 2020, and Tag Team in 2022 with Dakota Kai. And the 2025 one, she won the World Women's. That one made her the what they call Grand Slam champions. But yeah, but yeah, don't know if you can see the screen or not. But yeah, what I was gonna say. Well, this has been Grapple Talk. It's a very long video, so I might not do an outro right now. But I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a bit longer than I wanted, but yeah. The next one's going to be TNA Grand Slam champions with AEW, and what was the other one? There was another one I was going to do with it. I don't know if it's just them two, but there's another one I was going to do with them. But yeah, they're going to be the next ones I'm going to do. So whatever you see right now on the screen, it's not telling me it's recording it, so I don't know what you see. So this might just be audio at the end, the black screen, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Oh, back again. I can see what you can see. You just see what's saved, but yeah, it's because I opened this and it comes up above it. So then I'm like, why are you not recording that? It makes no sense to me. But I'll see what it says on the thing. But I'm trying to get better at this stuff, you know. So this is what you'll probably see right now. But this is what I'm going to try and end on. But yeah, with the women's one, they might be a bit wrong later in the future. Because the obviously with the secondary titles, this is a video longer than I actually wanted it to be. I wanted it to be about half an hour, but for some reason this is longer than the history of the Intercontinental Championship. But yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the Grand Slam, so that's going to be like 2 videos. Make a playlist out of it so you can find them easily. And then I'm going to go into other stuff. But if there's a certain video you want me to do in between or after I've done these next 2, I'll put them in, and then I'll do like, depending on what it is, I'll have to do fan suggestions or just suggestions. But if more people are asking me to do a certain kind of video, I'll make it its own playlist. But yeah, I've got to get this uploaded, and then I'll do the TNA. Yeah, but if you can comment on whatever you want, if you have an opinion, comment it. I just don't, obviously this is the first comment I've ever had kind of thing where I've answered it in the video. It's not an opinion when it says it on a website or on the somewhere where I've researched it and it says that is what I'm going to be using as my research. It's not my opinion. The comment, it said it was, but they don't get why it's such a big opinion. I'm like, it's not though, really. I don't know this guy was arguing with, but I just was saying what I'd found, the information I had found out. I wasn't stating an opinion. It is what I had found out. But yeah, you can have your own opinions. I'm not going to argue with somebody over their opinions, really. Even that guy that commented, obviously, he's saying it didn't start in '88, but I'm like, that's what it's telling me, so that's what I said. If it changes, I will go back and comment on it. Some things have changed in this situation and type out the replacement, but at this moment in time, that is what I saw, so that is what I said. But yeah, if you do have an opinion on anything I've said, or if something changes, just comment on it. This has changed, that has changed. Or just write down your opinion on the video. If you don't want me to do any more, I won't do any more. I just thought I wanted to do at least one video on Grand Slam champions. There's not many out there that I've seen. There might be, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not as good at editing, but yeah. I'll do a couple more of these videos and then make a little playlist. But there's going to be more history videos eventually. Probably on my 3 weeks off that I have in end of January, early February. There'll probably be more daily videos then than these recently because I don't have the time now. But I'm hoping I get enough extra money to actually get proper equipment. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.